So I'm going to do my second one. Yes, second film analysis of Wild Child this time. So this is a teenage, young adult, old children type movie. This is actually a British film. It's by Working Title, and yeah, it's by Working Title and Studio Canal and distributed by Universal. The budget they had was $20 million. And the box office, it made $21,970,336. It was released on August 15th August 2008. Directed by Nick Moore. Stars Emma Roberts. So, not gonna lie, do love this film. Is one of my first teenage one. It is a 12. That was quite cool. A rebel that I was when it came out. I was like, I want to watch this film. It is so funny, and the way it's got this British humour with an American makes it funny, as Americans don't really know our British humour, so it just makes it so funny. And that's why I did better in the UK than in the US. I found out they made more sales in the UK than US, even though it was, publicised a lot in the US. It did better in the UK, so I think that's quite funny. So, like I said, we're going in the opening. This one is a lot shorter opening than the rest of them. I think this is like just 2 minutes long, whereas the rest of them are like gone over or around to the 5 or 4 minute mark. But this instantly shows the person's personality. Poppy Moore, main character, personality much more clearly, and it has already adds this comedy effect to it. So I got Ident from Universal. Yeah, iconic. And then we got Ident for Working Title. And then straight away we're getting this calming music. It's almost like something you hear then you want to relax. It's like one of those songs you type into Google or YouTube, like calming, soothing songs. And we're getting this before we see our first bit of the movie. And the Working Title Ident actually fades into an establishing shot of this gorgeous light blue sea image. So we're getting an idea of where we are. We're by the sea, maybe a coastal place. It's fairly light. We've got loads of light blues, so it must be morning or around the morning. It is just, I call it breathtaking. It's one of those things that you just look at you like, wow. It's calm. It makes you want to fall asleep in a way. That's how I feel. It makes me want to fall asleep. And then we got Universal Pictures presents text. It's all in capitals. I don't really see the significance in it, to be honest. It just it just stands out a little bit more. It is nothing much, but also the way that it's got nothing fancy to it. It's why it's everything. All the text is capitalized. It's not like it's in your face. It's just there, and it's just a bit like, it adds to the whole relaxation atmosphere, you could say. Then we get this transition, which was used in editing, from this establishing shot to a wide shot of our main protagonist's bedroom, and it slowly goes in, and then when we see more of the bedroom, we actually zoom in onto it as we get much more clearer view of her, you could say. And she's actually asleep, so the whole calming idea shows maybe it's peace. Again, it shows morning, and we actually got an alarm clock which says 9 o'clock. So it's very calming, like nothing to disturb her. It's peaceful, it's relaxing, it's something you want when you're asleep. But also we're seeing this theme of colour. We're seeing a lot of blue in her bedroom, and we're seeing a lot of blue in that establishing shot. So we're seeing how the coastal colours has influenced her personality a little bit. Actually, we got a lot of blues, but also see a little bit of picks of pink and cream. Shows she's a little bit girly, pink, everything really. And also we see some of the furniture. We've got this very fancy alarm clock. So that actually kind of shows maybe she's quite, rich. She lives in a rich family. And we also see it's a double bed. She's sleeping on one side of the bed. As we see, there's 2 large pillows. And she's sleeping on the one nearest to us. So nearest the window. And yeah, it looks like it's a massive bed. So yeah, and it just shows that maybe she's quite wealthy. Her family's quite wealthy. She can afford this massive bed and this fancy alarm clock. So we even zoom in more now onto her. So it's going to emphasise that maybe something's going to happen. We're just seeing her fall. We're basically seeing her sleep. But the way that we're seeing her not doing much adds a little bit of, nerves, like, oh, what's going to happen? It doesn't really add tension, but it makes us question why the zooming in. It adds a little bit of enigma to the scene or the opening. It's just like, why are we zooming in so close? A little bit personal. Is there something to go around? And when I saw this, I thought, there's something going to happen. There's something big's going to happen. As there's why would they zoom in onto someone's face if they're not just going to see, oh, we're just going to wake them up. We're going to get some sort of reaction out of this, and it's probably not going to be a best reaction. So we're now at a close-up shot of her asleep as she's kind of stirring. She's starting to wake up now. We still got this calming music. She wakes up peacefully. She smiles. It's like, it's a good day. Falls back into a little bit of a slumber. And then she wakes up again but looks confused. Almost as like, it's like she's trying to remember something. She's like, what's going on? It's like she's thinking of something like, was I supposed to do something today? What was I supposed to do? And the fact we're zoomed in on this reaction shows it is an important thing. This reaction, this thing that she's trying to remember is important to her, and we need to know that as an audience. Then we get this instant reaction of shock as her eyes suddenly widen, and her mouth is parted, and she looks like, oh no, it's like that realization that you've clicked, like, oh my gosh, I've got tests today. Oh no, I've not done the laundry today. Or like, it's someone's birthday, I forgot. It's that instant reaction that you forget. And the fact that maybe she's forgotten this shows she's quite, forgetful. But also as the stereotypical idea, she's blonde, she's quite dumb. She could forget things like this. So the fact that this is American, set in America at the moment, and the fact she's blonde, we get an instantly stereotypical idea that she's quite dumb. She can forget things. She's a little bit of a bimbo. And the fact it's pink. She's got all this pink in her room as well. It just adds this stereotype about her. Shit! So then we're getting this rebellious side to it. It does say that she's a rebellious girl from Malibu. So this is the other side. It's that it's so calm. And then we get this juxtaposition from this rebellious side to it as she swears, as she's realised that she's like, oh no, I've forgotten about today. And again, as the humour as well, because it was all started off calm, and it's a juxtaposition adds the humour, and the way that she swears as well just adds that comedy side to the film. And also the fact the current music has stopped, and we're getting this more edgy, rocky song, and then we're getting the shot of her getting out of bed. It's a wide shot, so you're actually seeing more of a bedroom. She's got a lot of cushions. We do see a double bed. We see some more fancy furniture. She's got 2 lamps either side. She's got a very painting above her bedroom. She's got a collection of handbags in the corner. She's got a massive window, and she's got like a little sofa at the end of her bed. We can see a laptop as well at the end of her bed, and we see many cushions. And then we get our text title come in, and like, zoom, at the third side of this wide shot. So we're actually seeing this the bedroom itself, but also seeing the text. And the text, I call it very blingy. It's got loads of jewels, especially on Wild. You've got quite jewelry, bedazzled jewels on it, highlighting the fact she could be living in a rich family, and the fact she's sent to England is a bit downgrading to her. Also shows she's typical American teenager, loves her glamour, loves her, jewelry. So the fact that it's in the title text emphasises her personality even more. And as she walks around, the way it's there, the title's on the third line of the competition. So you can see her go around, and then once she walks into it, we hear this sound of breaking noise. So I see the film, so I kind of thought when I saw this again, I was like, this could foreshadow how her life breaks a little bit when she goes to England, and she struggles to cope when she goes to England. Or like here you could say, she struggles a lot and her life breaks. She loses all her friends in America and she falls apart, she can't cope. So that could foreshadow as well. But also it does foreshadow maybe her brattiness, her rebellious side, as she's spoiled. You can see she's spoiled. And maybe the way that she's taking it for granted. She's saying, oh, it's just routine, I get all this. And the way that how she acts could actually damage things. So it could show her personality or how she struggles in her new school, her new home, or how she acts to certain things. So she's bratty, she's spoiled, but she doesn't care. And then we get this shot of this calendar she's got, and then she's doing little cartoons like hurricane or like this volcano or some sort of crash, and he's emphasised it on a special day in the middle of the calendar. The way that they're putting it's in the middle of the calendar emphasises this event even more. It's not at the end of the month, it's at the start of the month, it's not in between, it's bang in the middle. It is central composition, and it just emphasises how this day is rubbish to her. This is the worst day of her life for Poppy, and yeah, that's actually when the opening ends, and she swears again. Shit! And she swears again, emphasising the comedy about it, but also shows her rebellious side. So that was Wild Child. It was 1 minute and 36 seconds, so it wasn't as long as the other films I've done, but it kind of brings you into action straight away, but also shows her personality more, and it kind of questions what's gonna happen, but that is actually in the opening. Some people have done it a little bit longer of when she goes to England, but I don't really call that the opening, because I think the opening is when you get your title text, and after that, you've done. And all for my films so far, that has happened. I've done all my openings, and they've always ended the opening with the title text that I've done so far, except for one. But yes, when it's the end of an opening, I think this is it, because the way it cuts to another person that we don't know just shows a little bit how it's the opening. So it's a little bit shorter, but it's funny. It starts out quite funny, and that juxtaposition as well as the humour But if you stop there, you're questioning why. What's the big day about? Why is she so, angry today? Why did she forget about it? We want to see a bit more about personality, where she lives. Even though it does say she lives in Malibu, she's a Malibu girl, but if you didn't know that, you kind of want to know where she lives. We know by her accent she's American, but we are not quite sure where in America she lives. Like, she could have lived in Florida, all we knew. But yeah, that was Wild Child, and I hope you enjoyed. So yeah, bye!